The call of the wild is a primal scream that still echoes through literature, a testament to our eternal struggle between instinct and civilization. What makes this novel endure is its unflinching portrayal of survival, where the lines between beast and human are blurred in the harsh face of nature. Today, we're going to strip away the sentimentalism and get to the raw heart of why Jack London's masterpiece still haunts us. The Call of the Wild was published in 1903, a time when the notion of wilderness and the human place within it was undergoing significant shifts. The Industrial Revolution had been transforming urban landscapes, while the idea of manifest destiny was still gripping the American psyche. Jack London, having experienced firsthand the harsh realities of poverty, adventure, and survival during the Klondike Gold Rush, brought a unique perspective to his writing. His experiences as a sailor, a tramp, and a prospector infused The Call of the Wild with an authenticity that resonated deeply with readers. The novel's protagonist, Buck, a St. Bernard Scotch Shepherd mix, embodies the tension between instinct and domestication. London's portrayal of Buck's journey from a comfortable life in Santa Clara Valley to the unforgiving environment of the Yukon is a powerful allegory for the human condition. Through Buck's story, London explores themes of adaptation, survival, and the primal call that awakens within us when faced with extreme adversity. This is not just a tale about a dog, it's an exploration of what it means to be alive, to face our deepest fears, and to find strength in our most primitive instincts. Consider the way London describes Buck's transformation. The blood longing became stronger than ever before. In a few words, he conveys the intensity of Buck's emotional and physical metamorphosis, drawing the reader into the visceral world of the novel. It's this kind of writing that has led critics like Alfred Kazin to praise London's work for its sheer narrative power and unmistakable authenticity. London's influence on subsequent literature is undeniable. Authors like Cormac McCarthy, with his own explorations of human nature in the face of brutality and survival, owe a debt to London's pioneering work. The Call of the Wild has also transcended literary boundaries, influencing film, television, and even music. Its themes of resilience, courage, and the struggle between civilization and savagery continue to captivate audiences worldwide. This dynamic is a pivotal aspect of The Call of the Wild, as it underscores the complex interplay between instinct, domestication, and the human-animal bond. When London writes, "It was a great satisfaction to Buck to hear the words, 'Steady, old boy,' we see the depth of their connection." This simple phrase, spoken by Thornton, speaks volumes about the trust and understanding that has developed between them. This exchange also highlights London's use of subtle yet powerful characterization. Through Buck's interactions with various human figures, from the cruel Hal to the compassionate Thornton, we witness the dog's evolving perception of humans and his place among them. It's a nuanced exploration of how relationships can shape our sense of identity and purpose, whether we're animals or humans. London's portrayal of the natural world is equally significant, as it serves as a backdrop for Buck's journey and a reflection of his inner state. The Yukon wilderness, with its unforgiving climate and majestic landscapes, becomes a character in its own right, exerting a profound influence on Buck's transformation. When London describes the aurora borealis as a spectral display of colored lights, he's not just painting a vivid picture. He's also capturing the otherworldly beauty that awes and humbles Buck. The way London weaves together these elements, the human-animal bond, the struggle between instinct and domestication, and the majesty of nature, has led some critics to argue that The Call of the Wild is as much a novel about the human condition as it is about a dog's journey. This blurring of lines between species is a hallmark of London's work, and it's what makes his writing so enduringly relevant. In terms of literary technique, London's use of anthropomorphism attributing human-like qualities to Buck is noteworthy. While some critics have argued that this approach can be heavy-handed or sentimental, London's execution is remarkably restrained, allowing the reader to infer Buck's thoughts and feelings without resorting to overt narration. This subtlety is a testament to London's skill as a storyteller, as he trusts his readers to fill in the gaps and invest in Buck's emotional journey. One of the most striking aspects of The Call of the Wild is its exploration of the concept of wildness itself. London doesn't romanticize the wilderness or its creatures. Instead, he presents a nuanced and often brutal depiction of survival in the face of overwhelming adversity. When Buck faces the merciless conditions of the Yukon, we see him stripped bare, his instincts laid exposed like an animal caught in a trap. This portrayal raises important questions about the nature of identity and how it's shaped by our environments. London suggests that our true selves are revealed when we're pushed to the limits of human endurance, forced to confront the primal forces that drive us. This theme is echoed in the character of John Thornton, who embodies a more compassionate and empathetic form of humanity. Through their relationship, London highlights the tension between our civilized selves and the wild, untamed aspects of our nature. London's use of symbolism adds another layer of depth to the narrative. The sled, for example, serves as a symbol of both freedom and bondage, representing the conflicting desires for independence and companionship that drive Buck's journey. Similarly, the dog team itself can be seen as a microcosm of human society, with its own hierarchies, power struggles, and social bonds. By exploring these dynamics through the lens of animal relationships, London offers a commentary on human nature that is both profound and unsettling. In terms of literary technique, London's use of imagery is noteworthy for its simplicity and effectiveness. His descriptions of the natural world are often sparse and unadorned, yet they evoke a powerful sense of atmosphere and mood. When he writes, "The trail was blazed with trees, and the snow was trodden into a narrow path," we're given a glimpse into the harsh realities of life in the Yukon, where survival depends on adapting to the unforgiving environment. This emphasis on environmental realism has led some critics to draw parallels between London's work and that of other naturalist writers, such as Stephen Crane or Theodore Dreiser. Like these authors, London seeks to strip away romantic illusions about the human condition, revealing the raw, unvarnished truth of existence. Yet, while The Call of the Wild shares some similarities with naturalist literature, it also defies easy categorization, blending elements of adventure fiction, social commentary, and philosophical inquiry into a unique and compelling narrative. One notable example is the work of author Cormac McCarthy, whose novel The Road shares similar themes of survival and the human condition in a harsh environment. While McCarthy's style is distinctly different from London's, both authors explore the idea that our true nature is revealed when we're pushed to the limits of human endurance. This theme is also echoed in contemporary works like Cheryl Strayed's Wild, which chronicles the author's journey along the Pacific Crest Trail and her own struggles with identity and survival. While Strayed's work is more autobiographical than London's, both authors use the wilderness as a backdrop to explore deeper questions about human nature and our place in the world. In terms of literary technique, The Call of the Wild has also had a lasting impact on the use of anthropomorphism in literature. Authors like Richard Adams, who wrote Watership Down, have followed in London's footsteps by attributing human-like qualities to animals in order to explore complex themes and ideas. This technique allows authors to comment on human nature and society in a way that is both subtle and powerful. The influence of The Call of the Wild can also be seen in other media, such as film and television. Movies like The Revenant and The Grey feature characters who must survive against the odds in harsh wilderness environments, often with themes of redemption and self-discovery. These stories owe a debt to London's work, which helped establish the wilderness survival narrative as a staple of American literature. In addition, The Call of the Wild has been translated into numerous languages and has sold millions of copies worldwide, making it one of the most widely read and influential works of American literature. Its themes of survival perseverance and the human condition continue to resonate with readers around the world, cementing its place as a classic of American literature. The novel's exploration of the relationship between humans and animals has also had a lasting impact on the way we think about animal rights and welfare. London's portrayal of the dog Buck as a complex, thinking being with his own motivations and desires helped to challenge traditional notions of animals as mere commodities or beasts of burden. This theme is still relevant today, with many authors and activists continuing to explore the ethics of human-animal relationships in their work. Furthermore, The Call of the Wild has been the subject of numerous critical studies and analyses, with scholars exploring its themes, techniques, and historical context from a variety of perspectives. Some have argued that the novel is a critique of capitalism and the exploitation of workers, while others see it as a celebration of individualism and the American spirit. These diverse interpretations are a testament to the novel's complexity and depth, and demonstrate why it remains a vital and thought-provoking work of literature to this day. The novel's use of symbolism, particularly in its depiction of the sled and the dog team, has also been the subject of extensive critical analysis. Some scholars see the sled as a symbol of freedom and adventure, while others interpret it as a representation of the constraints and responsibilities that come with adulthood. These symbols add depth and complexity to the narrative, inviting readers to interpret and reflect on the themes and ideas presented in the novel. Its exploration of the human condition, survival, and perseverance continues to resonate with readers around the world, offering a profound reflection of our own struggles and triumphs. As London so eloquently writes, the proper function of man is to live, not to exist. This timeless wisdom is at the heart of The Call of the Wild's enduring significance, reminding us that our lives are shaped by the choices we make, the challenges we face, and the relationships we forge. Like this episode if it hit true, share it if you respect honest talk about books. Subscribe, because we'll do this again. This is Ernest, signing off.